If you were to choose the most mysterious, awe-inspiring architectural wonder ever built by human hands, many would point without hesitation to the Great Pyramid of Giza. It stands not just as a marvel of engineering, but as a silent monument to a past we barely understand. Alongside the majestic Sphinx and the other pyramids of Egypt, it has captured the imagination of filmmakers, storytellers, and conspiracy theorists alike. These towering stone relics are no strangers to myths, both ancient and modern, and the Great Pyramid is often the heart of the tale. There is something haunting about the way it rises from the golden sands of Giza, unchanging across the millennia. Wind, war, and weather have left their marks on history's greatest kingdoms, yet the Great Pyramid remains, as though time itself respects its endurance. Standing before it, one cannot help but wonder, who truly built it, and why? Mainstream historians say the Pyramid of Giza was constructed around 2500 BC during the reign of Pharaoh Khufu, but others believe that this date underestimates the pyramid's true age. Some suggest it may have been built more than 12,000 years ago, long before the dynasties of Egypt rose to power. These theories propose that it was the legacy of a civilization that existed even before the dawn of recorded history. The lack of definitive answers only fuels speculation. After all, how could an ancient society, without the tools or knowledge we possess today, build something so immense, so mathematically precise, and so durable that it could survive earthquakes, erosion, and invasion? According to traditional estimates, it would have taken decades and hundreds of thousands of laborers to complete. Yet there is no clear consensus on the logistics. No blueprints have ever been found, and the pyramid's internal construction techniques continue to puzzle modern engineers. The logistics behind the Great Pyramid's construction are mind-boggling. Nearly 2.4 million limestone and granite blocks, some weighing over 15 tons, were used to build it. Many of these stones were quarried from sites miles away. Even with today's advanced machinery, replicating such a feat would be nearly impossible. So how exactly did the ancient builders do it? Some theorists point to lost technologies, pulleys, levitation devices, or forgotten knowledge of sound frequencies. Others propose more grounded explanations involving vast ramps or water-assisted transport. But none of these theories have been proven. Instead, they all point to a deeper truth, that the people who built the pyramid, whoever they were, operated on a level of sophistication we do not yet fully comprehend. More curious still is the absence of decorative carvings or inscriptions within the pyramid. Unlike tombs from other periods of Egyptian history, the Great Pyramid is oddly sterile. No gods, no prayers, no names, just stone upon stone, silent and solemn. The Great Pyramid's alignment is so accurate that it defies belief. It faces true north with an error of just 3/60th of a degree, a level of precision modern surveyors find difficult to match. How did an ancient civilization, supposedly without advanced astronomical tools, achieve such alignment? More intriguingly, the three pyramids at Giza, Khufu, Khafre, and Menkaure, are arranged in a pattern that mirrors the stars of Orion's belt. This celestial correspondence suggests a connection between the heavens and the earth, one that may reflect ancient religious or metaphysical beliefs. Some researchers argue that the pyramids were more than mere tombs. They may have been energy generators, astronomical observatories, or even stargates, gateways between worlds. These ideas, though fringe to many, are rooted in the pyramid's uncanny ability to stir the imagination of all who study it. And then there's the matter of the pyramid's 8 sides. Yes, 8. Each of the 4 faces of the Great Pyramid is slightly indented along its center, creating a subtle concavity visible only from above or during specific light conditions at dawn and dusk. This feature, invisible to the naked eye from the ground, is a marvel of design, one that would require both advanced geometry and intentional planning. As questions pile up, so do the clues pointing to a lost world. In recent years, geologists have noted erosion patterns on the nearby Sphinx that suggest prolonged exposure to water. raising the possibility that it dates back to a time when the Sahara was a fertile land of lakes and rivers. Around the Giza Plateau, archaeologists have unearthed fossilized seashells and sediment layers indicating ancient floodwaters, evidence that aligns with the hypothesis of a pre-dynastic, possibly Atlantean origin. This connection, though speculative, draws from accounts by Plato and other ancient texts that speak of a mighty civilization lost beneath the waves. The deeper you dig, literally and metaphorically, the stranger things become. Reports have surfaced of strange electromagnetic properties within the pyramid and of anomalous energies affecting electronic devices. Some claim to have experienced vivid dreams or altered states of consciousness inside the pyramid's chambers. Standing guard before the pyramids, the Great Sphinx is just as mysterious, if not more so. Carved from a single block of limestone, it lies partially buried in sand, with the body of a lion and the face of a man. Some say it represents Pharaoh Khafre, while others believe it predates Egyptian civilization entirely. Its weather-worn body tells a story of millennia. Geological surveys reveal patterns of erosion consistent with rainfall, an anomaly in a desert that has been dry for thousands of years. Could it be that the Sphinx once stood in a lush green land? If so, it would have to be at least 10,000 to 12,000 years old, challenging everything we thought we knew about the timeline of human civilization. Some theorists suggest the Sphinx's face was recarved from an older structure. They point to proportions that seem off, the head too small for the body, the facial features more Nubian or even non-human in appearance. Could it have originally been a lion, a jackal, or something else entirely? For centuries, rumors have swirled about hidden chambers and passageways buried deep within the Great Pyramid. In recent years, technology has begun to catch up with myth. Using cosmic ray muon detectors, scientists have discovered voids within the pyramid's structure, empty spaces never before documented. One such cavity lies above the Grand Gallery, and its purpose remains a mystery. Some believe these chambers may contain artifacts, ancient texts, or even a sarcophagus. Others think they serve energetic or spiritual functions, resonating with Earth's frequencies or harnessing cosmic energy. Whatever their true role, their very existence rekindles age-old questions about the pyramid's purpose. From Napoleon to modern-day adventurers, those who've spent time within the pyramid's walls often report profound experiences, sensations of timelessness, visions, or disorientation. What is it about this place that stirs something deep in the soul? Traditional Egyptology holds that the pyramids were tombs, monuments to the pharaoh's divine status. Yet no mummy has ever been conclusively found within the Great Pyramid. Not a single sarcophagus in situ, no funereal inscriptions, no grave goods. If it was truly built for Khufu, where is the evidence? This has led to alternative theories, most notably that the pyramid was some kind of energy device. One theory suggests it acted as a giant resonator, converting the natural vibrations of the Earth into usable energy. Another posits that the interior chambers and shafts were tuned to specific frequencies, possibly for communication or healing. It's easy to dismiss these ideas until you realize just how advanced the pyramid's geometry is. The height-to-base ratio is a near-perfect match to the mathematical constant pi. The pyramid's alignment with the Earth's cardinal directions is uncannily precise, and the proportions mirror those of the Earth itself, suggesting a level of geodetic knowledge far beyond what we associate with ancient Egypt. No exploration of Egypt's ancient wonders would be complete without mention of the infamous Pharaoh's Curse. When Howard Carter uncovered the tomb of Tutankhamun in 1922, the world watched in awe. The tomb, sealed for over 3,000 years, contained not only priceless artifacts, but something less tangible, an aura of dread. Within weeks of the discovery, Lord Carnarvon, Carter's financial backer, died unexpectedly. Soon after, other members of the expedition fell ill or perished under strange circumstances. While many of these deaths can be explained by natural causes or exposure to mold and toxins sealed in the tombs, others defy simple explanation. Were they coincidences, or was there something more, a spiritual barrier meant to protect the sacred dead? Even skeptics have found themselves unnerved by the eerie atmosphere in Egypt's ancient tombs. Some researchers believe the pyramids and tombs might harness energies that, while not supernatural, still affect human physiology. Others believe ancient priests knew how to invoke psychological protections to deter grave robbers, protections that still echo through time. Among the more sensational legends is the tale of crystal chambers hidden deep within the Great Pyramid. According to fringe theorists and clairvoyants, these chambers contain crystalline structures, geometric, glowing, and humming with energy. Some claim these crystals amplify thought, enhance spiritual communication, or even serve as data repositories from a lost civilization. These accounts are largely anecdotal, often coming from those who claim to have had visions or downloads while meditating inside the pyramid. Yet, even in the absence of physical proof, the story persists. What is it about the Great Pyramid that evokes these profound, almost otherworldly responses? Scientific teams continue scanning the pyramid with increasingly advanced tools, thermal imaging, ground-penetrating radar, and muon tomography. And while no glowing crystals have been found, anomalies continue to surface. Unexplained heat signatures, void spaces that appear and disappear, as if the pyramid itself were alive, shifting just beyond the grasp of comprehension. Perhaps the most radical implication of the pyramid mysteries is this: that humanity once possessed advanced technology that has since been lost. Not necessarily smartphones or electricity, but other forms of knowledge. Acoustics, magnetism, energy manipulation, and precision engineering that far surpass what we believe ancient societies were capable of. Consider the Serapeum of Saqqara, a burial site containing massive granite sarcophagi, each weighing over 80 tons. These boxes were carved with a precision that modern tools would struggle to replicate. No one truly knows how they were transported or why they were built with such care. Or take the Temple of Osirian in Abydos, another example of megalithic architecture that seems out of place in its time. The massive, weathered blocks at its foundation suggest it predates the temple built above it by centuries, perhaps millennia. Some suggest these are remnants of an antediluvian age, possibly tied to Atlantis or a forgotten golden era of man. Could the Great Pyramid be part of that legacy? In recent decades, a fringe theory known as the Pyramid Code has gained traction among independent researchers. It proposes that the pyramid was a kind of time capsule, an encoded message written in stone using sacred geometry, mathematics, and astronomical alignments. The pyramid's dimensions are believed to encode information about the Earth's circumference, the tilt of its axis, the speed of light, and other cosmic constants. If this theory is true, then the pyramid becomes not just a structure, but a blueprint, a message left behind for future civilizations. According to this idea, the pyramid builders understood not only the mechanics of the Earth, but also the cycles of time, perhaps even predicting great cataclysms, pole shifts, or eras of enlightenment. In this view, the Great Pyramid becomes a clock, a compass, and a cosmic book, all written in silent stone. Among the more controversial claims about the Great Pyramid is its potential connection to extraterrestrial intelligence. While mainstream archaeology dismisses this idea, proponents of ancient astronaut theory argue that the engineering marvels of Giza may reflect influences from beyond Earth. They point to myths of sky gods descending from the heavens, depicted with advanced tools or flying chariots. Inscriptions across Mesopotamia, Central America, and ancient India also speak of beings with vast knowledge, often associated with the stars. Could the builders of the pyramid have received help or inspiration from visitors not of this world? This theory, while far from proven, is not entirely without intrigue. Mathematical constants like pi and the golden ratio are embedded in the pyramid's geometry. Its coordinates encode the speed of light to a remarkable degree. Coincidence or something more? One of the most fascinating revelations from pyramid research is that Giza is not alone. Pyramidal structures have been found on every continent, from the stepped temples of Mesoamerica to the lost pyramids of China, from Sudan to Bosnia. Many of them share similar dimensions, alignments, and purposes. Some researchers believe these ancient sites form a planetary energy grid, a network of ley lines connecting sacred places across the globe. If true, then the pyramids may have once functioned as nodal points, transmitting energy or knowledge across vast distances. Whether symbolic, spiritual, or technological, the recurrence of the pyramid form across space and time suggests a unifying mystery in human history. Why did so many unrelated cultures build similar structures? What drove this universal architectural impulse? At the core of the Great Pyramid is the King's Chamber, a room of echoing silence lined with red granite. Here, beneath tons of stone, lies a plain, unmarked granite box. No hieroglyphs, no offerings, nothing that confirms this was ever a tomb. Yet many have reported intense experiences inside this chamber. Some describe sensations of levitation, disorientation, even visions. Others recount a profound sense of timelessness, as though the chamber bends the very fabric of space. Modern researchers have explored the acoustics and resonance of the room, noting that certain frequencies are amplified by the stone. Was this chamber designed for rituals, meditation, or to induce altered states of consciousness? As we look inward, the pyramid's true purpose remains elusive, but deeply personal to all who enter. The Great Pyramid may be old, but it has not revealed all its secrets, not yet. Each decade brings new technology, new scans, new hypotheses, but also new questions. Like a wise and silent elder, the pyramid speaks only when we're ready to listen. Whether it was a tomb, a machine, or a temple, or all three, it continues to teach us about geometry, about humanity, about mystery. It challenges our assumptions and beckons us to wonder what else we've forgotten or never truly known. As long as the pyramid stands, the search for truth will continue, and perhaps that is its greatest purpose, not to answer, but to awaken the eternal desire to question. Standing in the shadow of the Great Pyramid, one feels very small. The wind stirs ancient sand, and time seems to slow. The desert is quiet, but the stones whisper, not in words, but in form, in alignment, in echoes of a people long gone, yet never truly lost. Perhaps the mystery of the pyramid is not just in how it was built, or by whom. Perhaps the mystery is why it still speaks to us, why it calls out across time, stirring awe and humility in equal measure. We may never fully understand the Great Pyramid, but in trying, we understand ourselves.